Welcome to an introduction to Ironcad, an intuitive yet powerful 3D mechanical design application. During this video, you will see Ironcad's ease of use, unique functionalities such as our catalog drag and drop design process, single scene design environment, and our patented positioning tool, the Tri-Ball, that all work together to make our solution the most productive in the market today. Unlike other design applications, Ironcad allows you to think and work in 3D by simply selecting catalog components and dropping them into the design environment. You instantly have a 3D object to work with versus starting with 2D sketches. Directly selecting on these objects, you are presented with handles that allow you to easily size your objects by pushing and pulling or by entering precise values. You can even enter values for the overall size to drive all the handles at once. To continue your design, you can return to the catalog browser where you are presented with both additive and subtractive objects. Repeating the drag and drop, we can now see visual feedback to precisely position our next objects. Now we can use the handles to size our newly added objects, but with the addition of precise feedback to snap to the existing geometry. Even use traditional commands such as through all and multiple select of handles to drive your objects. Using these handles, we can be precise or just graphically size elements that we can edit later if needed. Positioning objects in Ironcad breaks the tradition of simple mate and align tools. Using the Tri-Ball, you now have the power to move, copy and pattern, features, parts, assemblies, and more in a multitude of directions that are intuitive. For example, we are placing a new hole object 10 millimeters in both directions. Dragging on a plane handle will give you options to move in two directions along the plane as we would expect. Dragging on a handle, we can make copies of the object at desired locations. Even select multiple objects to perform these positioning and creation operations. Ironcad's link features allows us to edit any one of the shapes to update all linked shapes. We can even delete any instance of the hole, and the other holes remain, unlike traditional parent-child relationships found in other design solutions. Now that we added our holes, we can see we need to make a change to an object that we created earlier. Using the handles, we can refer to any geometry that was created before or after the shape being edited, and then make the desired changes to account for all newly added geometry. Next, let's make some other modifications to our geometry, such as adding blends or fillets. Ironcad is a context-sensitive application, so you get operations and actions at various levels of your selection. Notice that when we added our blend, it only affected the edge we selected. Since Ironcad is a feature-based system, we can edit the feature to redefine the modification to multiple edges. Being a feature-based system does not mean that Ironcad is restricted to a history order workflow that is commonly found in traditional design applications. Notice we can simply drag objects in our tree to change the order. In our case, we want our blend to be applied to the full length of the original block feature. Ironcad even has the power to go beyond the feature-based system and allow you to make edits you may have never foreseen in your design. In our case, we need to extend the length of our object. But how we designed it with the features does not lend to a desired result from the modification. We can directly select on an object we want to move and use the same positioning tool, the Tri-Ball, to place it in the desired location. Even notice the command can intuitively select other similar objects to edit at the same time. Even though we directly edited the geometry, we have access to handles to edit the geometry and can still modify features not affected by our change to edit their position and geometry, as we have shown previously. Notice when we edit the holes location that we previously positioned, we have full control to edit the location freely, unlike traditional patterns that are dimensionally driven only. Ironcad's catalogs not only contain geometry, display textures, surface finishes, animations, material, and more. It can be used to create your own reusable elements. Simply drag and drop into a catalog to store your features, parts, sketches, and assemblies. Now you can use it like any catalog item and drag and drop into the environment to reuse and make edits for new designs. In our case, we have another part that we created that we can simply drag and drop into our single scene environment, which can also have intelligence to position and size on drop. Now we have two parts in one file. We don't have to worry about multiple files sitting on our hard drive, nor do we have to build additional files, such as assembly files before we work with objects. All objects are active and can be edited at any time, and we can refer to each object in the scene. For instance, we can size our newly added part based on the original part we created. We can even add additional assemblies to the design. In our case, we can use advanced catalogs such as our tools catalog to add parametrically driven elements such as fasteners. Simply drop on a hole and it can automatically position and size our fastener to a matching size. We can edit values as well to drive to a desired size. Ironcad's automatic detection also determined we had multiple instances of our hole and allowed us to place the fastener at all the locations. Now we can simply use our tri-ball to tighten up our fastener and all the linked objects update as well. Now that we have our design, we can freely update our assembly structure to something that has more meaning. We can edit names, part properties such as part numbers and descriptions that are used in bill of materials, and we can create assemblies. Ironcad gives full power to edit the structure at any stage of the design, whether you are assembling or disassembling. Now that we have our 3D design, we can save and create our fully associative 2D layouts for production. Be rest assured that when you change your 3D, the 2D data can automatically update with the latest changes. Simply create the desired views, such as an assembly view for our bill of material. Shade the views for better clarity. Add a bill of material. Add item bubbles. Create a new sheet for part drawings. Add the desired views including section and detail views. Add dimensions. When complete, know that these drawings are fully associated to the 3D so that when a change occurs, the drawings can automatically update, reducing time typically spent recreating 2D. Also note that you can share your drawings using standard formats such as DWG for manufacturing. We hope you enjoyed our quick introduction to Ironcad, showing how it is uniquely different than traditional design applications and why it is the most productive in the market today. Please click on the link on this video to find out more information about Ironcad from one of our Ironcad expert resellers.